Hello everyone, welcome to the Weekly Guest Podcast. My name is Edward Daniel. It's a pleasure to be here again today. Thank you for taking time out to listen on this week's podcast. I have the pleasure of introducing you to Christian Asare. Christian Asare is founder of the Small Business Marketing Centre. Welcome, Christian. How are you?
Very well, Edward. Thank you for having me today.
Now, Christian, you are founder of the Small Business Marketing Centre and also author of Making Google AdWords Work for Your Business and creator of the 5-step formulae to generate unlimited leads for your business to unlock the hidden profits in any business. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about your book and the services that you offer?
Yes, the book really is showing people how to use AdWords to attract, as it says, unlimited leads to their business. Essentially shows customers and businesses how easy it is really to attract customers. It's not difficult, but what people do is they don't focus clearly on the key metrics and the key principles in actually attracting customers online, and simply AdWords just helps you to do it a lot quicker.
So what are the key metrics then that you would say, or key factors that we should bear in mind?
Well, in the pay-per-click, which is a form of AdWords, a form of pay-per-click, in the pay-per-click world, really it's conversions, which is a sale or anything that leads to a sale. And along the way, you're really looking at click-through rate, impressions, and engagement, which you normally look at, how long they've spent on the website or on a specific page.
How do you think we can engage the prospective customer? Is it about an appealing website or the language that we use?
It is an appealing website, but that's a small part of it. It's more the language we use, the offer, and specifically how we present the problem that the customer has. So that really, what a business owner wants to do is to speak the language that the customer is already speaking in their own mind and enter into that conversation. They want to really talk about the problem they have. Generally, most websites don't do that.
Now, before setting up the Small Business Marketing Centre, you previously worked as a security trainer. This must have been a diverse change, though your transferable educational training skills must be an invaluable asset for the Small Business Marketing Centre. Would you agree?
Yes, definitely, on all aspects. So it was a big decision to decide to move from security training, where it was very comfortable and easy to do, to then sort of reskill and to actually going into marketing and then focusing specifically in a specific area, being AdWords.
Now, for the last 2 years, though, you've focused and specialised in assisting businesses using Google AdWords, including using email marketing and website creation. How has that been going for you today? What are the continuing errors that businesses face?
In terms of the continuing errors that businesses face, I think that the main ones is really not being clear on their own offer. So they know generally what the customer or who the customer is that they want, but the way they present the offer isn't compelling. It's often just copying what somebody else is doing. So everybody's just copying each other. And as a result, the campaigns aren't put together very well. In terms of, how it's been going, it's been very good actually and interesting. And quite often what I find is it's the same mistakes. It's the same mistakes that customers are making. So it's easy to fix that. It's just the customers have to be confident about actually engaging in online marketing.
Now, I note that you believe that over 99% of websites do not serve their purpose and are not found by the target audience. What is the cause of this? Would you say to blame is the client that is looking for a website to be created cheaply, or the developer for not creating a website with the proper tools and skills for it to be found?
I would say there's an element of both of them, but mainly it's the client looking for a cheap website and also failing to make themselves aware of what actually should be in a good website and how that's going to help them to, turn visitors into customers.
Now, do you think that website creation is a cowboy market? Should there be more regulation in place for developers to have to live up to?
No, I wouldn't be that heavy on web developers. I would say that most web developers engage in design, so that they think looking at it from a branding point of view. They're looking at it from creating something that the customer can be proud of. But in actual fact, websites is just a marketing channel, and really you've got to get the message out there, and that's what most businesses are going to do.
Now, you mentioned the 7 pillars required in relation to a website generating leads. What are these, and why are they so vitally important?
Yes, the 7 pillars. So the 7 pillars, one of them is, or number one, my report is actually the content must be updated and constantly refreshed. And, I liken that to, going into a shop. Yeah. So for a great deal of shops, if you went into say a menswear shop, and you knew they only had the same stock all year round, or every year, after a while there's no need to go in there, because you know what you're going to get. You only go there if you need it. By having fresh content, you give people a reason to come back to you and to check you out, and then obviously you're able to make different offers. Racing through it, the second one is the website needs to be search engine friendly. So essentially that allows the website to be found by the search engine, to be indexed correctly, and then you have a chance for your ideal customer to find you when they need you. The third one is actually about data and analytics. That there's no point in having a website if you don't actually know who's coming to your website, what they're looking for. Are they actually engaging with your content? And, shamefully, say something like 70%, 80% of websites really don't have any analytics in them, or the website owners are not using analytics. The fourth one is lead capture. So, website, you really do need to capture leads and to follow up with them. So that's the fourth one. The fifth one actually is a funny one, but it's control of your website. So I've come across quite a few clients that don't actually own the domain name, and if their business goes on to flourish, actually they will have a problem purchasing that domain name, and sometimes they're not in charge of their hosting, so they could be at the whims of their web developer or their web host. Number 6, I talk about 3 vital pages of trust, and that's having a contact page. So some websites don't have a contact page. Which again, if you've got a website, you want people to contact you ultimately. So having a contact page and having contact details clearly available is important. And testimonials, those are valuable because customers, nobody wants to make a mistake. So the more testimonials you have, the better. And the about me or the about us page, that's those 3 pages are important. And then the 7th and probably the most important one is actually a strategy to promote the website. And that's obviously important. Every business needs to be promoted, and it's exactly the same with your website. It needs to be promoted.
Now, the services you provide to clients could be easily critiqued as well, so that they end up resulting in new leads for clients. How would you go about highlighting the additional attention websites receive as a result of your service? do you find yourself sometimes taking the role of a business coach and trying to determine why some clients have not been able to transfer their leads into sales?
Well, I'll certainly say marketing coach. I don't know if you'd say a business coach, but it's certainly a marketing coach. And certainly, I would say most businesses are surprised when they see these key steps, like capturing leads, actually capturing the data, trying to make sense of that, and even the design of the website, and the language or the copy that's written there. I tend to say to customers that you can tell a website isn't going to do that great if it's inward looking, meaning it's talking about me and my services rather than you and your problem. And generally, the websites that are talking about you and your problem are more likely to convert customers than the ones that talk about me and what I can do.
Now, you are author of Making AdWords Work for Your Business. What is the kind of answers readers should expect to find in there? Is it a case that from your book you provide readers with the skills you could otherwise provide them with? Or is it so clients can further enhance the AdWords work that they have previously been assisted with?
The book really is a beginner's guide to AdWords. So the sort of answers they will find in that book I've divided the book into 3 parts. The first part, they're going to find out exactly what AdWords is and why they should be using it. And I think that's an important part of the book, because a lot of people don't actually know why they should be using it. And they don't really understand the power that's actually within their grasp with AdWords. I mean, it's a fantastic marketing tool. And you can basically use it to test any campaign that you want to take onto a grander scale. So whether you're going to take it to print or radio or TV, you can test your offer there. And the second part of the book really then shows people how to use AdWords. And it's just using the basics. You talked about the 5-step process. It really just goes through that 5-step process. And it's not designed to be everything there is about AdWords, because AdWords changes all the time. And if I was to try to put that into a book, you'd probably find that it puts a lot of people off. So it's really designed to be something you can get a grip of within a week. You can put it to work straight away, and you can start seeing results. And obviously, if you decide you want to further your knowledge, you can further your knowledge. Or if you decide it's working and you'd want a professional to really take it to the next level, you can do that.
Now, your blog seems quite reasonably informative. I imagine it's highlighting all the areas that you can assist with, and a more informed client can better understand the requirements for your services and what they might get out of it. It might be hard to evaluate, but how much work do you think has come as a result of providing such a well-written blog?
I think there's two sides to that. It's helped convert customers who I've met or who have been referred to me and they've checked me out online. So they can see what it's about, what I can do, and then a follow-up conversation or consultation certainly helps to convert them. So, I mean, certainly I would say 100% of the customers that have been referred to me that the website has helped in that respect. In terms of getting new customers to me, that the blog hasn't got to the stage where you're getting customers coming directly because of the blog. Generally, blogs you need to branch out to connect with other blogs, so it's similar to networking, and you need to have probably about 50, 60 blogs a month, probably about 20, 25 at this stage. So
Wow. Now, I see that you have received some pretty impressive recommendations from clients, which is never negative in convincing prospective new clients. Have you found such recommendations useful in securing leads, and what percentage of your business is generating out of previous and existing client referrals?
Testimonials are always welcome, so they've been very good for me. And some of the customers I've worked with, I've got one customer is actually an e-commerce customer client, so order numbers are there. One of the great things about AdWords is order numbers are there in the dashboard, and anyone can see them and can be persuaded of the power there. But his goes all the way through to the final sale, and so we've been able to do some wonderful things with that. In terms of the percentage of customers that have come through referrals, I would say maybe 30-40% of the referrals. And at this stage, there haven't actually been sort of an active referral program which I'm looking to implement. But, just talking to people and saying, yeah, this is what this AdWords guy's done.
Now, what type of clients would you like to meet then?
In terms of clients, accountants are always great because it's a competitive field and also great introducers. At this moment, I'm doing some research for dentists. I'm probably keen to move that into working with dentists. It's actually a cosmetic dentist, so cosmetic dentistry and cosmetic surgeons will probably be a field that I'll look at. Even bank managers, they have access to other clients, and they're aware that a lot of their clients want to promote their business, especially online, and don't know how to.
So what does the future hold for you and the Small Business Marketing Centre?
The future, well, I would say diversification. So one of the things I learned from security training really was that it's important to diversify. So diversifying the services that I'm offering, diversifying the client base, and I would say diversifying the marketing services as well. So rather than just focusing on AdWords and pay-per-click, moving into other forms of direct response.
Now, lastly, Christian, what piece of advice would you give to someone starting out in business?
Yeah, you could give a lot of advice there. Well, from a marketing point of view, I think I would say don't be scared of spending money. I find that a lot of businesses are actually scared of spending money on marketing, on promoting themselves, promoting their business. So don't be afraid of that. Have a compelling offer. I think that's probably how a business can, stand apart. So, I mean, whether you go, I mean, the internet's great. You can just go on the internet, look at what your competition's offering, put together some sort of a spreadsheet and just, mark out what people are offering and then just try and improve your offer and make it compelling. And the third and final one really would be to test it, test it, and AdWords is a great way to test it, but whatever way you're going to test it, test your offer out and then you can diversify it out.
Brilliant. So that's all from me, Edward Daniel. It's bye from me and bye from Christian.
Bye.
Have a terrific week.